Welcome back to the channel. This is S.O.G. Today we've got the PLX by OLight, and honestly, this might just be the best weapon-mounted light currently on the market. Now, you guys know I'm pretty big on presentation, and honestly, OLight has never failed us with presentation. So here is the light itself. Here is paperwork, and then here you have, it looks like all your utensils, tools, and whatnot. So look at this really cool looking tool by OLight. Never fails for them to do something new, something intuitive. You have a Glock rail adapter, a spare screw, and your charging cable for the light itself. Now, taking a look at the light itself, as you guys can see here, a lot of attention to detail on this thing. One of the things that they used that I'm very impressed with is that they used a type 3 aluminum, and that's kind of like a finish or a coating that they put on this to make it that much more durable, and something I haven't really seen on any other weapon mounted light. Now, another thing that I did notice was they went away from their traditional clamp style here that they are actually known for. So as you guys can see, this is a PL Mini 2, and it has this clamp style with that adjustable rail. And then if you look here, this is my 2.0 MMP, and this is a Balder S, and this also has a clamp style on here to take on and off. So it is easy to put on and off. However, I know a lot of people have kind of complained about that feature, and OLight, as awesome as they are, they really listen to their customers and gave us a screw style on and off instead, more traditional to like Streamlight and other weapon mounted lights. So they gave us that, which is an awesome feature. Also, they did keep that adjustable rail, so you can either move that back and forth to get it closer or further away from that trigger guard, depending on your hand size and your comfort zone. And then the toggle switches. You have completely ambidextrous toggle switches, meaning you can use this both right and left. As you guys can see, you push on and off. And not only can you push, but you can also press down. So, which is another awesome feature. Some lights only let you do one or the other. With this one, you can do both. And another great thing about this, my favorite thing, is this is an industry first, meaning it has something that no other weapon mounted light has, and that's going to be a toggle switch to go from a floodlight to a spotlight, which is awesome. Most lights have a laser and a light. This one has two different type of light modes, and knowing OLight, I don't think they're going to stop here. I think they're going to also add a laser in the future or do something even further than that. But what we have here is, again, an industry first. So if you guys can take a look, you have a spotlight there, and then you switch over and get a floodlight. So this thing is absolutely incredible. It has a max lumen output of 1200, a max beam distance of, I believe it's 300, and then battery life is 145 minutes. This also has, you can also change the brightness, so you can go from low to bright, and then if you triple click, you get a strobe feature. So awesome stuff here by OLight. An amazing finish, great LEDs, as you guys can see there. And this, with the coating that they put on this, this has been tested up to 10,000 rounds, and you can drop this from, I believe it's like 1.5 meters or 2 meters, which is equivalent to about 6 feet, and it'll be perfectly fine. And that's the same drop test that most red dots are able to endure. So again, really good quality stuff here from OLight. It is waterproof IPX7 rated, meaning this can go underwater for up to 6 feet. Again, that's about 2 meters for, I believe it's like an hour that they test it, but we have tested IPX7 items and they can be underwater for much longer. One thing I did forget to mention was that this light has a little piece right here, a little key. Now, this little set is, it says 1913 on there, which means it'll go on a 1913 rail, and you can switch that 180 degrees, so you can either have it closer to the rail or further away, depending on if you have multiple slotted rail system. You can really choose how you want it, so fully customizable to you. As we mentioned before, it is charged via a USB-C, so you have a little clip down here that you can pop open, and as you guys can see, you have access to charge it right there. This little housing or this little cover is actually aluminum as well. It's not rubber like most other items that will give you a fully aluminum piece and then a rubber cover. This is actually aluminum, so again, a good attention to detail by OLight. And if I didn't mention before, this also has a battery indicator just right here, so you guys can kind of see that light there, and it turned off, and that tells you whether you have enough charge in it or not, or if you got to juice it up. Depending on the color that shows up is kind of dependent on the battery you have in there. So a lot of really good features, a lot of really good options from this light. But I'm also going to compare this to other popular lights that we have. You guys know I love to do that on this channel just to see and show you guys what they offer. This isn't just all talk. It's really we put stuff to the test. So let's go ahead and install this, and I'll show you guys what it looks like compared to other weapon mounted lights. Now keep in mind, this has been filmed in a completely safe work environment. There is no ammunition around us or in the weapons we're going to use, and this is for educational purposes only. Here is the Streamlight TLR7A, and here is the OLight PL X. Completely outclasses the Streamlight. And again, even if we put it against the HLX, which pumps out 1,000 lumens, it still wouldn't be a match. Now this is on floodlight mode. No need to go into spotlight mode because it's just that much brighter than the TLR7. All right, here's the new Holosun PIDK. This one pumps out 600 lumens. And here is the OLight PLX, 1200 lumens again on floodlight mode. And if we switch it to spotlight, because it looks like that Holosun has a little bit of pop to it, so again, just completely outclasses the Holosun. Next up is going to be Nightcore's NPL 27. Awesome spotlight, one of my favorite lights. I think it just doesn't have that much holster compatibility, but just take a look at this. Let me just make sure that's on bright mode. Nope, there it is. That's bright mode. All right, and then we're going to take a look. Obviously, we're going to go spot mode on the OLight, but take a look at the difference in the size of that beam, that center. Just incredible, man. OLight again for the win. And then take a look at the circle is more defined on the NPL, but the floodlight around this one is just wider, giving you more variety at more brightness levels. All right, moving up to the bigger boys. Now this one is by Next Torch. This is their Next Dot WL25. This one pumps out 1200 lumens, and it has like a 450 meter throw, so it has a further throw than the OLight. But let's take a look at OLight in spotlight mode. And look at that. These are pretty darn close, but I believe OLight has a little bit bigger of a middle there. And as far as their beam, they're about the same. These are pretty close. But keep in mind that this next dot, or this next torch, WL25, look at the size of that thing. This is for like fuller size guns. And this one is more for compact guns. So just about the same, but incredible output by both of these. All right, and last but not least, we're going to try out the Streamlight TLR1. Here it is. And as you guys know, this is a big boy light. Let's take a look and see how it compares to the PLX. No match. And this is 1,000 light, or 1,000 lumen light here. So no match whatsoever. And if we go to, let's go to floodlight instead of spotlight. Still just no match. As you guys saw, this light is incredible, very bright, and the output is just awesome. Now, the features on this are just top notch, and the finish, the quality behind everything has been amazing. So, a huge shout out to OLight for putting out this PLX and listening to their customers as they always do. Now, I did want to also mention holster compatibility is huge. So, no matter if you have such a great weapon mounted light, if there's no holsters for it, it's really hard to get on the market. And again, OLight understands that, and they already have holster companies they're working with and have worked with to make sure we have light compatible holsters for the PLX. I'll put a link in the description of all that information for you guys, but that should wrap it up for this video. Let me know in the comments what you guys think of OLight and the PLX. Let me know what you would like to see next from OLight, and if this is something that you would try out. Don't forget to hit that like button, comment down below, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. But if you already have, I appreciate you guys so much. God bless you, and I'll see you on the next video.